Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. Look, I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. Man, really excited about this episode to have, I got to say coach. I'm not going to say to have Coach Travis Williams on with this great guy, blessed and fortunate to achieve some amazing things. I'm truly excited to have him on and highlight all of the amazing things that he has going on. So first off, Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on, and I appreciate you taking time at your busy schedule to give us an opportunity in this platform to talk about some of the great things that we get an opportunity to bless our community with.
Yes, sir. Well, let's dive into it. I know, off air, we talked about, your journey, and you kind of tell me some of the things in the background. But if you don't mind, sharing some of that with the audience so they have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
Yeah, I appreciate you asking that question. I think, the most important thing about me is I'm a man of faith, family, and service. And so I've had the opportunity to really experience some tragedy early on in my life, losing my mother at the age of 12, and she passed away at that age of 30 of lupus. And so I could have easily used her death as an excuse not to be successful. Didn't have a father figure in my life. But it was God that planted the seeds and said, hey, let's do things according to his word. And so I'm very blessed to have a praying and loving grandmother at that time. And then some support system with aunts and cousins and family members that were willing to sacrifice their personal and professional, sometimes their financial careers to help me, my brother, and my sister during that time, because we were 12, 11, and 10 at that time. And so, but through the grace of God that I'm here and I'm able to sit here with you. And so I'm truly thankful for that. And so just a young man that grew up without parents and being juggled from family to family, needing those strong support system. And just, when I was growing up and I met my high school basketball coach, Tommy Blackshear. I remember it's like yesterday, Chip. He asked me, he said, what are you going to do with yourself? I said, Coach, I'm going to the military. He said, the military? And I said, yeah, military. He said, you ever thought about going to college? I said, Coach, I can't go to college. He said, what do you mean? I said, no one in my family went to college. I was never exposed to college. And so when you don't hear anybody talking about college, you don't believe that. I said, I'm going to the military. And so from that day forward, he took me down to my counselor office, pulled up my transcript, and put me on the college prep track. He said, you're going to college. And of course, I became a pretty good basketball player and ended up signing a full basketball scholarship to Georgia State University in Atlanta, and then becoming the first in my family to graduate college. So that lets you know my social and economic background just growing up. And so I dedicated that degree, not only that degree, I dedicated my high school diploma to my mother. I dedicated my college degree to my mother. And I dedicated my master's degree to my mother. All this by the grace of God by age 23. So I go from a young man that didn't know anything about college to having 2 degrees, an undergraduate degree in BA in management and a master's in sports administration by the age 23. So God is really, truly awesome. And so those are some of the things I talk about my life, but also just taking advantage of an opportunity, signing a full basketball scholarship, playing, I always call it overachieving on the basketball court. I didn't think I was the fastest. I didn't think I was the strongest. I didn't think I was the most athletic person, but I worked hard. And I learned one thing about life. You work hard, things that come to you. I wasn't the smartest or the brightest, but I worked hard and took advantage of tutoring. And that's why I was able to graduate in 4 years and have Georgia State pay a year of my master's. I can raise my hand. I tried to go play professionally. Didn't work out. Yeah. But I had the ability to say, hey, I need to go back to school and finish my master's degree. And so some of those accomplishments helped me along the way. And I tell folks all the time, they say, hey, you were one of the top 25 players in Georgia State history. I said, that really didn't impress me. I said, well, what most impressed me is that I was named three-time all-academic out of 4 years. And I wanted them to know that my academics matter more than those individual accomplishments. I'm thankful for that. But when I was named academic team all 3 times, didn't make an all-conference team, but I ended up being all-academic 3 times. So moments like that really are truly profound and really means more to me than all the stuff. And then I had a pretty good 17-year college basketball career. So I'm a former head men's basketball coach at 2 prestigious HBCUs, Tennessee State University and Fort Valley State University. And why I say that, those 2 institutions, HBCUs, so I've been on both sides, the PWI side at Georgia State. 8 of my 17 years were at HBCUs. But I remember it like so clearly. Those HBCU school universities, I have some of the most fondest and best relationships because they took a chance. Fort Valley State University hired me at the age of 30. Over 400 candidates tried to get that job. So they saw something in me that really resonated with them throughout the interview process and made the decision to hire me. Tennessee State University. I was named the head men's basketball coach at Tennessee State University at the age of 40. So the athletic administration saw something in me along with our student athletes. And to this day, I have some of the best relationships with all of my former student athletes because it's about relationship. It's about the impact that you make on their lives. And these are young men that are in their professional careers, married husbands, fathers, children. And I'm most proud to say is that they have blessed me more than I could ever bless them. And so now I have this unbelievable platform that I launched in 2019 that was placed in my spirit through God, through the eyes of God. So HBCU All-Stars is a God-driven business, a Black-owned sports marketing, events, and media company located in Atlanta, Georgia. We believe in the principles of EAR, EAR, or ORR, exposure, access, recognitions, opportunities, resources, and results for our HBCUs, for our hardworking, talented, ambitious, and might add this, very deserving HBCU student athletes. And then to some of our most amazing coaches across the country that don't normally get the notoriety or the shine or the exposure some of our PWI colleagues get. So it's important for HBCU All-Stars to continue this movement and do the things we need to do. So that's kind of summarizes what I do. Mm-hmm. Everybody wins with HBCU All-Stars and some of the things that we bring to the table that I know you and I are going to discuss.
Yes, sir. Well, what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Thank you for asking that question. 3 things in my life that I accomplished. I think the first, and I think I talked about it earlier, to lose a mother, to not have a father figure, to graduate high school, to get a college degree, 2 degrees after that, and dedicate that to my deceased mom. That's one of the most amazing things. And being the first in my family to attend college and graduate college. Truly remarkable. And so also being able to launch HBCU All-Stars that really changes trajectory of our HBCU community and being able to provide goals, dreams, and aspirations to a number of HBCU All-Stars and coaches, etc. But the most important thing is my family. Posing to my wife getting married to my wife, starting a family with my wife, my beautiful, loving, amazing children, Tegan and Travis Jr., 4th and 5th graders now. The most amazing thing is being a husband, a father, being the most influential individual in my children's lives. And not only having a wife at home that truly supports the vision. And so when I launched this vision, I went to my wife and said, God placed this spirit, this vision in me. I said, we're going to make some personal, some financial sacrifice, personal, professional, and financial sacrifices. I need you to hold it down. As she always done, being a wife of a coach, moved 9 times in 17 years.
Come on.
So for her to say, I got you, she's my co-founder, co-owner, everything you name, she's that person. And so my family is the most successful, that makes me go. That's why I grind for their futures and their legacy.
Love it, love it. Well, just hearing you talk about your journey, the things that you've been blessed to achieve and do, hearing you discuss the 3 amazing things that you're proud of, I would consider all of that to be hugely successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
I just think it's your, for many people, for me, it's quality of life. It's time with my family. It's putting in the work and working hard for your goals, dreams, and aspirations. I think it's important to be comfortable in your own skin. For me, is that is my family happy? Do we have a stable home? We're covered by God. Your reputation and integrity speaks for itself. Mm-hmm. And so for us, for me and for what we do, it's about living a life of service. And for me, it's like a life of service through God's eyes. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's giving it back, paying it forward, being the best example I can be for my family, my children, my friends, my family, my colleagues, being genuine and authentic. Is it going to be easy? Of course not. Nothing in life worth achieving is going to be easy, and you appreciate it more. And I think success for a lot of individuals is different for a lot of individuals.
Yes.
So for me, it's just, being comfortable with who I am and what I'm about, and living a life of service and understanding my why and why I do certain things I do to affect change and people and do things to change the world. So that's kind of, a lot of folks can go with the generic hard word, but for me, it encompasses a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I'd love for you to have the opportunity to talk about the HBCU All-Star Game. Kind of let the audience have an idea of when it is, where, and the whole premise behind all of it, so we can show you some love and support you.
I appreciate it, and that's the HBCU All-Star. Just for folks that are watching and listening in and tuning into this, it's very important that we support this movement. As you notice, I didn't say moment because everybody get caught up on this HBCU bandwagon. It's a moment or whatever. This is a God-driven movement. And so in April 2022, we had the first ever HBCU All-Star Game at the University of New Orleans Lakefront Arena. And I'm going to say this again, the first ever HBCU All-Star Game during the 40-plus year history of the NCAA March Madness tournament. We had an HBCU All-Star Game to celebrate the best in Black college basketball. Celebrate us at the highest level, Black excellence. We had 24 of the best players from the MEAC, the SWAC, the CIAA, and the SIAC, and our 3 independent schools, Tennessee State, Hampton, and North Carolina A&T. So roughly 48 players competing for 24 exclusive spots. So I take you from there where we made history to now. In 60 days, the Final Four would descend on the great city of Houston, those Final Four teams, and 24 of the best HBCU players in the country. And I say that to say, we're not second class to anything that goes on with the NCAA Final Four and all those teams, but we getting ready to make history again. This would be the first ever HBCU All-Star Game on an HBCU campus during the NCAA, 40 plus years. The first ever HBCU All-Star Game on an HBCU campus is going to be at Texas Southern University on Sunday, April the 2nd, 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And to really add excitement to that, we will have a college game day leading into the game, live leading into the game on a beautiful campus of Texas Southern University. And so not only that, we're inclusive of everybody. Prairie View A&M, along with our 48 schools that are part of this process, University of Houston, Rice, or any school that across the country that want to participate. We have an unbelievable opportunity one day before the men's national championship game to have this game broadcasted on CBS television network in over 122 million homes. Unbelievable, unprecedented access. And CBS Sports is some amazing partners for us. Mm-hmm. Genuine, authentic, real. This is real, where they help and push what it means for our HBCUs, what it means to have our HBCUs front and center. And so not only that, the game is important. The game is important, very important. Without the game, we have none of this.
Right.
There are a number of ancillary events surrounding the game. College admissions fair, where we invite over 100 of our HBCUs from across the country to participate in the college admission fair. And we expose our Houston students and Metro students from surrounding areas to our proud and prestigious HBCUs. Think about that. And then there are opportunities where they will be offered scholarships on the spot. Their admissions application fees will be waived. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable moment to bring them on Texas Southern University campus and do a campus tour. And we invite all these schools across the country because why? All of our HBCUs matter. And that's why it's important that we provide this and making sure we expose our young people to our proud and prestigious HBCUs if they're interested in going to HBCU. Really, really important. So the college admissions fair, we have a welcome affair, welcome reception, and a social justice and civil rights panel where we open our doors to all the citizens of Houston who want to come in and meet and greet and to be a part of this. We'll do awards ceremony where we recognize these guys for being the top 24 players. A lot goes into that. They have put themselves in this position to be recognized as one of the top 24 players in HBCU basketball. And then we have our social justice and civil rights organization that really pour into what this is about, because when we bring with our social justice, we let the country know there are power in HBCU sports. Our HBCU sports matter. So we brought in B.N. Crump. We brought in Ahmaud Arbery, father Marcus, who made one profound statement and said to our All-Stars, all of you guys remind me of Ahmaud Arbery. And I know you remember Ahmaud from the Brunswick, and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
It sent a loud and clear message to our young men in attendance. That individuals are coming in and really pouring. We had the Black Voters Matter, Transformative Justice Coalition, a lot of local leaders. We had a representation from the Rainbow Push. So SCLC, Thomas Steele, the president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, were part of it. So that is huge to us. So with our social justice, community outreach, we plan on having community outreach at Cooney Homes, going back in, having our HBCU All-Stars going and doing clinics, interacting with the kids, make it a big fun day at Cooney Homes. Kids just wake up because they're out of school on that Friday. Just wake up, come outside, sign posters, have fun, free food, music, DJ, have fun. And then at Yates High School, we're going to pour into Yates High School. did a tour there a month and a half ago, and noticed that they have over 800 students. Over 200 of them are in transition or homeless. And so HBCU All-Stars has partnered with the Houston Random Acts of Kindness, David and Trivia Dennis, to provide a rack room. It's sort of like a safe space where they can go get certain things they need and provide supplies. These are just a pro day combine. Before we actually have an all-star game, we're doing a pro day combine, just like the NBA Chicago pre-draft, and hired the same company that does the Chicago pre-draft. And we're doing a pro day combine and getting all the measurements and everything, and give it to those NBA scouts and attendants that come to our pro day combine. So we want to make sure we're doing everything in a first class manner. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, we partner with a Black-owned suit company to help with career transition. And so with career transition, the reality is we want all these guys to play professional. So when they go play their careers, or if they don't play professionally, there's a transition period where you got to have some job interviews. Mm-hmm. We partner with a Black-owned company and provide all of our guys custom-made suits. I have on one here, reveal suits. So we provide it. You probably can't see it, but all the guys get custom-made suits to help with their transition. And this, what I really love talking about here, is that we have an internship program set up. We currently have over 200 plus students from across the country that have signed up for be an intern for this HBCU All-Star Game. So that lets you know that we're touching every aspect, everything amazing to pour back into our students. And Chip, this is the kicker. All tickets are free for students.
Wow.
Elementary, middle, high school, prep school. All tickets are free with them with a valid ID, because we think it's important for this historical moment to bring come to Texas Southern University and CIHBC and all the culture that goes in it. Because as you know, it's going to be a homecoming atmosphere.
Yes.
It's going to be the place to be, standing room only. It's going to have both bands, Prairie View A&M, Texas Southern University, the dance team, the cheerleaders, the Greek stroll-offs, everything you can imagine, a celebration of Black culture experience. And so that is important, why we think it's valuable and important for not only providing this opportunity for our students, but also our community. It's important. The tickets are only $25 general admissions, and then we have VIP tickets. We want you supporting what this is about. A portion of the proceeds go back to help students, high school students interested in going to HBCUs, but also current HBCU students that need financial assistance. Everybody wins with this. And so that's why I say I'm all about collaboration. Even our community is supporting Black and brown businesses, getting them involved with what we do. That is important. So that's kind of summarizes what this whole HBCU All-Star Game about, the whole HBCU All-Star Game experience, everything surrounding us about. So we would be here. Those HBCU All-Stars will come here and really pour into our community in every aspect imaginable, because it's for us on a grander scale during college basketball's biggest weekend.
Love it. Well, as we close, I'd love for you to have the opportunity to share with the audience where they can go follow you and check you out and show you some love with all the amazing things you have going on.
Hey, you can follow us you can go to HBCUAllStarGame.com to purchase tickets. HBCUAllStarGame.com to purchase tickets. But we really like you to follow all of our social media handles. HBCU All-Stars LLC, HBCU All-Star Game, and HBCU All-Star Game Experience. That is important. And you can follow me at Travis L. Williams 24. I'm encouraging you, get tickets now, because you don't want to be on the outside looking in and say, I wish I'd have got my tickets early. The time is now, especially students. It's on a first come, first served basis, and we're going to make sure that you're in the building. And so this is love for our entire HBCU community. This is an opportunity to show that our HBCU matters and how important it is for us to support our event in the great city of Houston. This is a great moment. It's a historical moment.
Yes. Well, again, I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles, and thanks for doing what you do, Coach. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you, man, taking time out your busy schedule, allowing us to use this platform through the eyes of God. So that's really what this is about. It's about a God-driven vision that we're really trying to do things that supposed to, been done a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at the forefront, really continue to build on the momentum of what we're doing for our community, but more importantly, our culture.
Well, there it is. Again, thanks for taking the time, and thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Thank you.
Go get it.